my name is Suzanne and I'm one of the instructors at Mobilates, where we provide inclusive, accessible and adaptable movement classes for people living with long-term health conditions, chronic pain, fatigue, mobility challenges and disabilities. Today's session is designed to build gentle seated strength, mobility and confidence for everyday movement. This session focuses on spinal mobility, balance awareness and functional preparation for standing and daily activities. There is no expectation to move perfectly or keep up with everything that I do. Small movements are also very valuable, and listening to your body is always a priority. So for this session, you may like to have any equipment or support nearby that makes you feel comfortable and safe. So you need a good solid chair that has a nice flat base on the floor that you can sit very comfortably on. You might want to make sure that you've got somebody nearby that you can call if you need support. You might want to have your phone nearby in case you need to call somebody. A water bottle is always a good thing to have to stay well hydrated. And any medications that you might need, especially if you've got maybe POTS or MCAS, have those close to hand before we get started. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to begin. So we're going to get ourselves nicely aligned, get our breathing under control and centre ourselves just to begin with. So we bring our feet together. We turn the toes out to the corner of the room, and then we turn the heels out so that they're in alignment with our knees. And that gives us a nice, safe position to be in. Okay, so that's our legs. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to sit really, really tall. Lift as if you're being pulled up by the top of your head. So you're sitting up nice and tall and straight. Lift the shoulders up, back, and let them relax down so that they're nice and comfortable. Hands can be resting in our laps. Okay. So we're now in a nice, good, aligned position. We're going to get our pelvis into the right place. So we're going to rock back on our pelvis. Great. So the pubic bone lifts towards nose, and then we're going to dip it down towards toe. So you're going to dip up and then down. And then what I want you to do is find a point that's somewhere in the middle. That is your neutral position. That's your neutral spine, and it will be different for everyone. So if I show you from the side, I rock back, forward, so it's my back point, my forward point. This is my central point, it's my neutral spine position. That's where I'm going to be. Let's take the hands to the ribs and we're going to practice our breathing. So we're going to breathe into our hands, feel the belly expand, and then as you breathe out, you'll feel the core engage and the pelvic floor too, naturally. Breathe in. And it releases. Breathe out. And it tightens. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. Now we're going to use that breath throughout. So when we move, or when we're preparing to move, we breathe in. And when we exhale, we breathe out, and that helps give us the power to move the body and do the movement that we need to do. So now we just need to centre ourselves. So just take a moment to just rock side to side on your sit bones and on your feet as well. And just find a position that's nice and comfortable where you've got good equal weight distribution through your feet, both feet, and through your sit bones. And this is the perfect position now that we want to be in to start our session. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is some shoulder rolls. So we're going to start by lifting the shoulders up, back and down, and you'll notice that I have my hands in my lap And I'm not going the full range that I can. I'm just going a nice small range. Now, an alternative is you could start with one shoulder and then do the other shoulder. You can even add a little bit of rotation here into the upper body as you're doing it. And if rolling the shoulders isn't working for you, you could do some shoulder melts. So we can lift the shoulders up and then slowly melt them down to the side. So we lift them up and then we melt them down. Now if you want a little bit more, you can take your arms down to the side and you can do the up, back and round from here. Perfect. Okay, come back to centre, hands on the thighs. We're going to move into flexion and extension of the spine. So we're going to have the hands on the thighs and we're going to slide the hands forward and gently curve. So the chin comes to the chest and we're curving the top of the spine. We roll the hands back up the thighs and sit up in our tall, straight, long position that we started in. So we're pushing forward, flexing the spine, pulling back into extension. I'll show you from the side. So we're pushing forward and then pulling back into that lovely straight neutral spine position. So curving forward and then pulling back up. Now, if you want to stay there, stay there. If you want a little bit more, what we can do is bring the arms around as if we're hugging a big beach ball, tuck the chin, and then bring the arms back, lift the chest to the sky, lift the chin slightly, but not letting the head come back. Then pull round, hands up, lovely. Pull round, and then up. Okay. Bring the hands back to the centre. And we're going to go into a gentle spine twist. So the first level of this, we're going to start with our hands across our chest. So just a very slight turn, as if you're pointing towards your knee, and then back to the centre, then over to the other side. Back to the centre, over to the other side. Other options with this are different hand positions that you can have. So you could have your hands pointing towards each other with the palms down, and do the same thing with our hips facing forwards the whole time. Could have your hands in Cossack position, and you could turn from here. One more each side. And last one. And back to the centre. Well done. Now we're going to go into a seated thread the needle. So we're going to put one hand on our knee. We're going to bring the other hand up and we're going to thread it through the eye of the needle and look towards that hand. Now you can stay there or you can bring the arm out and move in and out of that position. So we can move in and out, or we can hold that position looking at the opposite shoulder. Come back to centre, place the other hand on the lap and thread the hand through, come back up, thread through, back up, thread through. You can hold it looking at the opposite shoulder. And then coming back up to centre. Okay, give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, maybe have a drink. Okay, I'm going to go into a seated weight shift. So all we're going to do is rock the hips. So we're going to lift one hip, which lifts one bum cheek off the chair, replace. Lift the other one and replace. Lifting and lowering. Small move, squeezing that buttock as we lift. Squeeze Squeeze. Squeeze on each side. Perfect. And come back to centre. Okay, we're going to go into a seated march. So there are different levels for this. So the first level is gentle heel raises. So lifting one heel off the floor, keeping the ankles nice and straight and strong. Only come up as high as you can keep those ankles straight, not twisting out to the side, sickling. You want them nice and forward. That's it. That's the first level, and you can bring arms in as well so that you look like you're marching. If you want to take it further, those feet can come off the floor. But try and maintain that nice neutral spine so we're nice and upright. Shoulders are down, not scrunching up by our ears. That's it. And then we're going to take it down. So we're going to make it slower and then smaller. So it's just the heels, small arm movements, and then come back to stillness. We're going to go into a side bend. So we're going to start, the first level is hand on chest, hand on the chair, and just tip gently to one side. Next step is to remove the hand from the side and tip and reach down to the floor. We're not reaching all the way down, we're just reaching as if we were picking up a bag. Okay. And the third option is to use the arm up above the head, so we stretch up and then over to the side, back to the centre. Stretch up, over, back to the centre, so relax. Up, over, back to the centre and relax. Okay, we'll repeat on the other side. So first step, hand on the chest, holding onto the chair, and just a small bend. Next step, hand is straight, and we're reaching down as if we're picking something up off the floor. And third option, hand goes up, stretch, reach over, stretch and reach. And last one, reach over, come back and relax the arms. Well done. Okay, bring the hands into the lap. So we're just going to finish with a couple of breaths. So we're going to go to the ribs again. So I want you to breathe into those ribs. And then exhale. Well done. This time try and make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale. So inhale first. And a nice long exhale. And one more. And relax. And I just want you to notice how your body feels right now. And there's no perfect answer to this. There's no right or wrong way to feel. I just hope that you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more relaxed than you did when you started, perhaps a little bit less tension throughout the body. So, in Mobilates, we always do a special finish. So we take our hands out to the side, we breathe in, and we exhale as we press our hands down past our chest and thank our bodies for moving and for what they've done for us today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you in some further Mobilates classes and online guides in the future. Well done.